Hello and welcome to my tour of MSC's beautiful new ship, the Explora 1, which sailed from the Port of Miami on March 8th of 2024. And as I do with all my ship tours, I will start at the very top of the ship and work my way down while moving from the front of the vessel to the back. And for that, we will start at Deck 14, which begins at midship with the Ocean Wellness Sports Court, the Open Wellness Indoor Fitness Center, an open air fitness area, then the whirlpool with an ocean view, and finally, to the Sky Bar on 14th at the very aft of the vessel. From here we can look down to that'll be Deck 12 because there is no 13 due to superstitious reasons. With that, we're on to Deck 12, where you will find the adults-only Helios pool and bar area. And just behind that is the running track, which circles around the ship, and two more rather large whirlpool tubs with ocean views on both the starboard and port sides of the ship. Deck 11 is a deck that you will potentially spend lots of time on, as it has the Explorer Lounge at the very front of the ship. This lounge has an outdoor seating area, and directly behind that is the interior portion of the lounge with lots of seating, a piano used to entertain you in the evenings, and of course the Explorer Lounge bar. Also within the Explora Lounge, on the port side are two other venues, the Malt Whiskey Bar and a cigar room, complete with a humidor. Just behind the Explora Lounge on the starboard side is an area known as the Chef's Kitchen, where an onboard chef, and sometimes that will be a celebrity chef, will lead you through the creation of a meal from start to finish. Once you've completed that meal, there is an adjacent dining room for you to enjoy your creation. As we make our way aft, we will arrive at the conservatory pool and bar area. As the name implies, you will find the ship's main pool and a bar for the pool area. But you will also find two more whirlpool tubs on both sides of the ship. Not only are these whirlpool tubs covered, but they also look out to the ocean as well. Should also mention that the whirlpool tubs on this deck, as well as deck 12, are very large, and I've estimated them to be about 40 feet wide. Now the last venue within the conservatory pool area is the Gelateria and Creperie station that serves gelato, crepes, waffles, and even soft-serve frozen yogurt. Continuing aft will bring us to the Emporium Marketplace restaurant. Now this isn't your typical buffet restaurant as you might see on other ships. It's more of a food hall with the ship staff serving you everything from sushi to seafood, pasta, pizza, salads, deli specials, and of course dessert. Of course, the Explora 1 has several other restaurants throughout the ship that you will soon see, but because the selection of the food was so good here, it was probably one of my favorite places to dine on this cruise. There's also plenty of seating on both the inside and the outside at the very aft of the ship. Deck 10 is mostly staterooms, with the exception of the atoll pool and bar at the very aft of the ship. Now, decks 9 through 6 are all occupied by staterooms, and by staterooms I mean balcony suites, as there are no interior cabins on the Explora 1. Speaking of balcony suites, this was our balcony suite for this voyage. As you can see, it was a nice-sized cabin with a king-size bed, sofa, plenty of storage including pull-outs, and even a Dyson hairdryer. The generous-sized bathroom has a walk-in shower with plenty of counter space. Outside, the balcony had room for a table with 2 chairs and even a chase lounge. Back inside, there was a nice coffee maker, mini fridge, big screen TV, and desk space. Additionally, both nightstands have switches to individually control cabin lights and plenty of outlets here, which you honestly don't see on many other ships. Deck 5 at the very front of the ship has the Ocean Wellness Spa, which you will find a salon at the entrance. Once inside the spa itself, you will be greeted by a thermal pool, heated seating, saunas, and massage rooms. Working our way aft from the spa will bring us to the upper level of the atrium, where a piano and various singers will entertain you on most nights. On the port side of the deck is where you will find the Future Journeys office and a restaurant called Anthology, where for a fee you can dine on multi-course meals paired with your favorite wines. On the starboard side of the ship is a coffee shop called Crema Cafe, which serves all kinds of coffee drinks as well as sandwiches and snacks. As we move further aft, you will discover a unique chandelier and a staircase that leads down to Deck 4. Next to the staircase is where we'll find our first included restaurant called Marble & Company, which is mainly a steakhouse, but they also serve grilled seafood and chicken dishes. This restaurant is one of the smaller restaurants on board the ship, so reservations are highly recommended. Continuing aft once again weaves us through the ship's art gallery before arriving at the Astern Lounge, which has a small pool room on the side and a much larger area that serves as a nice meeting place by day and a dance floor by night. As we walk outside this lounge is the second of our included restaurants called Sakura that serves Asian-inspired dishes. This too is a smaller restaurant that will also require reservations. And at the very aft of the ship is the outdoor Astern Pool and Bar. Deck 4 is potentially another deck that you will spend a lot of time on, as it has the Journey's Lounge at the very front of the ship. Although it's called a lounge, this is the ship's main entertainment theater for singing, dancing, and occasionally stand-up comedy. Unlike most ships, the seating here is made up of individually cushioned chairs and sofas, as opposed to stadium-like seating in most other ships. It also has a full bar inside. And there's also an area in front of the stage at floor level that entertainers will sometimes use during their performances. Right behind the Journeys Lounge is the ship's casino, which is much smaller than I'm used to seeing on other ships. With that said, I didn't see many passengers using this casino, but was that because it was smaller than most ships, or that there simply wasn't that much interest in it? Continuing aft brings us to the ship's lobby and lobby bar, which is surrounded by high-end shops on both sides of the ship. The bar area has plenty of comfortable seating, while the bar itself has plenty of stool seating and a lighted 2-story liquor bottle display. Moving past the lobby bar takes us past the rest of the ship's high-end shops before arriving at the last of our 2 included restaurants, the Fil Rouge French restaurant and the Med Yacht Club Mediterranean restaurant. And finally, Deck 3, which has access to the ship's gangway when going ashore or to access the tender boats. This deck also has some place that I hope you will never need, and that is the ship's medical center. Well, that's a tour of MSC's Explora 1. Built in 2023, this high-end cruise ship is one of MSC's newest, with the carbon copy Explora 2 vessel due to enter service later this year. If you found this video helpful in choosing your next cruise, please click that like button, which will help get this video out to others that might also be considering the Explora 1 for their next cruise vacation. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are alerted to any new video that I post in the future, one of which will be a video about our experience on this 10-day Caribbean cruise. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.